This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone tuning in to INC Radio, San Francisco, California. Welcome to our second broadcast of the year, where today we are having a topic that focuses all on the bookload or the married members inside the Church of Christ and the Christian family organization of the bookload. And so that topic is balancing time as a family. We hope that, if you have tips or ways that you balance time as a family, go ahead and share them in the live chat and we'll be reading them today. So before we get into our discussion and any other announcements, I'd like to go ahead and introduce our panelists really briefly. If we could go ahead and start with our sister from Hayward. If you could go ahead and introduce yourself, sister, maybe say your name. I already gave your locale away, but any other fun facts you'd like to share too?
Hi, everybody. I'm Sister Tizelle Ramos from the locale of Hayward, and Happy New Year to everybody.
Thanks so much, sister. And how about our other ate? If you could also introduce yourself too.
And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our listeners and viewers here on INC Radio San Francisco. I'm Sister Jill Navasca from the locale of Redwood City. Also, being only the second broadcast of the year, I want to say Happy New Year to everybody in our district and everyone who's watching who we haven't seen yet in this new year.
Awesome, man. We have our awesome Atas. While you guys were talking, that's what came into my head. It's like the awesome Ata duo that's on air with us today. And we're really excited to, hear your tips and the discussion that we're going to have on balancing time as a family. So, of course, if you are watching on YouTube, keep on sending the link to any of your friends and loved ones. And of course, keep on sending your greetings and shout outs in the live chat. There's also other ways we can keep up with church media, such as on social media, Iglesia ni Cristo News and Updates on Facebook, and INC News and Updates on Instagram, as well as INC News and Updates on Twitter. So lots of ways for us to keep up with the different media in the Church of Christ. And so before we get into our discussion, we'll go ahead and take a moment to see what the other satellite studios are up to in INC Radio. So if our Clea Tech could go ahead and take it away and give us a quick station break so we can see some of the other promos in INC Radio.
You are listening to Iglesia ni Cristo Radio, the voice of truth.
Last week, we talked about goals for self-improvement. And one of our goals is to be more healthy. Aside from being physically active, one of the ways of being healthy is to eat healthy foods. Share your healthy eating tips with us this Sunday, January 14th at 6 p.m. Central European Time and Monday, January 15th at 1 a.m. Philippine Standard Time on INC Radio Italy North Satellite Studio. Ci vediamo!
Subscribe to the official YouTube channel of INC Radio DZEM 954.
Did you struggle handling your finances last year? Do you want to know how to make things work easier in order to manage your finances well?
Let us all start the year right by learning the ABCs of financial management, from budgeting to investing to saving and setting goals.
Tune into INC Radio Macau Satellite Studio as we present ways to properly handle your finances. This Sunday, January 14, 2024 at 9 p.m. China Standard Time and Philippine Time. See you there!
Saving money may provide financial freedom and help secure a bright future for us and our loved ones. Wise spending, on the other hand, affects our ability in achieving financial security. Join us this Sunday, January 14, 2024 at 4 o'clock p.m. Philippine Standard Time or 5 o'clock p.m. Korean Standard Time as we share to you some saving tips that can help us in developing wiser saving and spending habits. See you then!
All right, and we are back on INC Radio San Francisco. Man, I love seeing those topics because they all seem very relevant and very like topics that I also want to implement in the new year. So before we get into our discussion, I'll go ahead and read a couple of the shout outs we have. We have Brother Wilson de la Pena who says greetings from Fremont, NWC. Sister Catherine Paragas, happy rainy Saturday, everyone. Shout out to all the brethren in Santa Rosa, Napa Valley, and Redwood City. Jay Reyes, Vivencio Parto Jr., greetings po from San Pablo, NWC, and happy viewing po. We also have Sister Kayla Vong in the chat who says, good morning and happy Saturday po. We have hello po from Sister Danica and Brother Tim, locale of Hayward, who says, good morning to all of us. And we have Sister Melanie Fortes, good morning po, INC Radio San Francisco, tuning in from the locale of San Ramon, NWC. And congratulations, Sister Melanie, Brother Vince, on being newly bookload within our district. All right, let's see who else do we have. We have Brother Jordan Ndike who says, good morning po, happy viewing NWC. Sister Rosie Malari, hi po, good morning from San Pablo. Brother Nathan Natividad, good morning everyone from Concord, NWC. All right, so now the moment everyone's been waiting for when we get to hear our booklet, our awesome authors discussing balancing time as a family. So the first question I have for you both, do you have a favorite memory from 2023 that was with you and your family? What favorite memories do you have? Ate Giselle looks ready to go. And Ate Jill
Um,
too, but I saw
yeah.
your eyes light up. Yeah.
So for 2023, there were a lot of milestone birthdays. And as a family, for a very long time, we hadn't seen each other because of the pandemic and everything. So my one of the best memories for 2023 was my mom turned 75 years old and we all got together and saw each other. So it was kind of like a celebration of her birthday, as well as, kind of like a reunion because we also saw her very, very good friends that she'd known since like elementary school. I mean, it was like a reunion of the 75-year-olds, as well as seeing my siblings and my nieces and nephew. And so it was wonderful. So that is a great memory in 2023. My mom celebrating 75th birthday.
Wow, that's amazing. A milestone is always one of those memories that will leave a mark for the year that passed. For my family memory, there's as we were talking earlier, it's at least in my family, there wasn't like quite a milestone as like that where it really does create this long lasting memory. I was just saying that in my family last year, like every like new memories will come up, like it'll be your favorite for like the next few months, and then another big activity or event that happens, and then that's your favorite memory. There's so many, at least when I'm looking back at 2023 for my family, there were so many favorite moments. I think it's hard, I think, for a family, at least for a family as a whole, to have that one favorite moment or from the whole year of last year was a little bit hard to pick. So there are several things that I think happened that I just want to share. Like, for instance, my younger one, Emily, she had um a graduation or promotion. So from fifth grade to sixth grade, so it's like elementary school to junior high, which is a big deal. I thought that was fun to see. So that was a big milestone, at least for my younger daughter Emily. And then as if for our family, um the activities I think that we were able to all participate in is always, so busy for a few months, and then the activity finally comes for church, and then that's like amazing and it's favorite for all of us because it happened, and then we move on, and then maybe it was a musical performance that we went to together as a family. It was their first time seeing this musical, and it was such a fun moment for all of us together to experience it together. So there's, at least for me, several moments that happened last year that really stood out for 2023.
And those are really great. And, happy birthday to your mom as well, Auntie Giselle. That's amazing that you guys get to have those kind of milestone moments, and like you mentioned, not to Jill, the moments we get to perform together. We have a couple of shout outs from the chat too, from brother Jessica Mob. One of my favorite family memories of 2023 was when they went to San Diego for SeaWorld. And then Sister Kayla, my favorite family memory in Salinas, we tend to do karaoke at the chapel, and it's fun when the officers hang out together and everyone feels like family. And then Sister Kayla also mentions, for my entire family, my favorite memory is anytime we gather together, even a simple dinner, spending quality time together hits differently. And then Sister Melanie, oh, this one's making me, oh, it's so sweet. I'm feeling the tears already. My favorite memory of 2023 was receiving the blessing of marriage to my forever INC radio partner, Brother Vince Fortes.
Oh,
Oh man,
sweet.
my eyes are tearing
Very
up. That's so
sweet.
sweet.
Oh,
There are two INC radio hosts,
Yeah.
kinda not. What a great
Oh man.
connection there.
We're
Oh, so
getting you guys back on air right after the honeymoon.
yeah.
Just joking
And
around.
welcome to the book club.
yes.
Right. And then Brother Jessica Mob, another family memory for me and my family was our local year end celebration. Wow, so many beautiful memories being shared in the chat. Oh, and another, sorry, I'm just reading all of these now because these are so great. Brother Darwin Lee, our favorite family memory of 2023 was our trip to Maui. We were able to visit Lahaina right before the wildfires.
Wow.
So, another moment where families are able to spend time together and really be protected too by our Almighty God in those times. And so, this year definitely was really busy. There was a lot that I'm sure both of you balanced throughout the year. Was it easy to schedule family time, did you feel like, or were there challenges when it came to scheduling quality time as a family?
I think for me, I'm learning um as my kids gets older, it does get challenging to schedule family time. There I have an older daughter, Audrey, who is in her sophomore or second year of high school. And then we have Emily, who's in sixth grade. And school, as they're getting older in their grades, does fill up their schedule. So, of course, you want them to do well in school and spend time with them, but then you also have to remember that their schedule is packed with activities at school as well, and then studying, a lot of studying into the late hours. So you're having to, at least for me, I noticed that I'm having to wait for a break in their school, or if there's like a holiday that comes up that I can look forward to and say, let's do this on this day. But other than before, when they were younger, it could be a little more spontaneous in scheduling time. It's a little more like, oh, this weekend, let's, because we're just sitting around, or maybe we weren't doing anything, then we can be like, let's go to the museum today. And it's so easy to do that. Or on a off night, maybe when we're not at church, let's watch a movie, go out to the movies and watch a movie together as a family. But I notice as the girls are, getting up there in their studies, it seems like it's taking a lot more time from them. So for me, as our family, I find it more challenging and finding time with, especially too, as parents, we have our church activities and church duties. And so you're starting to have to find really be creative and trying to create that family time together. Sister Tizal, what would you add to that?
Yeah, so for me, my girls are also in high school. Rihanna Nicole is a junior in high school, and Chloe Ann is a sophomore in high school. So it is definitely challenging to get them in to get the family all together. But, we take advantage of the time that we have when we drop them off and we pick them up. I used to have a master calendar on the wall where I put all of the holidays and all of the things, but now I am being creative and I'm adding them to, my calendar invite. So the other day, my daughter kept asking me, "Please call the dentist. I need a cleaning." So, I called the dentist, and instead of writing it in the wall, I also added her on my calendar invite. And when I picked her up, she's like, I told her, I said, "I finally called the dentist." And she's like, "Yes, I know, I got the calendar invite." So it's on our Google Calendar. So those kinds of things, it's really important to try to figure out how we can communicate what we want to do together as a family. We're always checking in. I'm always reminding them, okay, today's Wednesday, it's our service day, it's our performance day. Oh, there's a holiday coming up, you have a competition. I need to know what time it is. Please put it on the calendar, so that we are informed and everybody is kind of like aligned. But it really is a challenge. There are other things that, folks are doing with regards to trying to get together, set aside. To us, dinner together as a family is very rare because our performance for church is at different days. But we try at least, either after school when both of us, both my husband and I, brother JJ and I can pick up the girls. We try to be all in one car and, take advantage of that and actually have a snack or have like a late lunch together, So those are very important and precious time for us.
Yeah, those are all really nice. And, thanks, to Giselle for sharing some like strategies. I like the adding to the calendar invite too, especially as, as the kids get older, they kind of become more wiser of how they can use technology tools too, right? To Jill, do you also have any like tips or tricks that you kind of use to balance time as family or, just any specific maybe like moments in your day that you kind of try to use as like quality time with your family?
So the tricks, I'm definitely gonna use that calendar invite that Sister Tizelle just mentioned. I as I said, our schedule is starting to fill up, and I'm starting to like, what time was your practice, and start to forget these things. So now I like this calendar invite situation because they know their schedule, and I know they're using technology all day. So my daughters can definitely do a calendar schedule and invite us to to know when their schedule, like when pickup might be, or when their practices, rehearsals and such are done. So that's a great tip, Sister Tizelle. As far as spending time, throughout the day, I do the same thing. Whenever um, at home, when everyone's finally home and we're eating together, that is a really great time to spend. When we're finally like getting our food. It's true, we might not be able to sit down, but there's a moment where we could like overlap, and that's a great time to talk to each other and ask how their day went, or what did you do at school. Even as simple as what happened in school today. That I hope can start up a conversation that is a simple question like that. You think you'd get a one word answer, but then they go into a whole story of what happened at school, and then you get a nice a moment or time with family to talk about what had happened, or just understand what's going on with them, or and just share a funny story together is always a nice moment. Whatever happened with our time or our day on that day. So usually when it's like when we're about to eat at night, and sometimes this is late too, this is after maybe coming home from church, we picked something up on the way home and we're like dying of hunger and we're just like jumping on and grabbing all our food and just trying to eat as quickly as possible because we're about to go to it's getting late and we need to go to sleep. So that those moments really create time, as simple or as short that might be. It really is a nice moment for us to just kind of even to, catch up a little bit.
Yeah, I love that, Ate. Like communication is so important, right? And knowing that you both are making that active time for communication, it can have an impact, especially with how busy we are and what balancing time really looks like. A couple more comments we have in the live chat. Sister Jetta Diaz, my favorite family memory of 2023 is when we went on a trip to the Russian River along with other families from Concord. We were on the floaties the whole day and the kids were paddling for us. I love imagining that, the adults on the floaties and the kids having to do the paddling as well. Sister Isabel says, "Say thankful to hear advice from this topic. We'll def need it in the future when Zach and I decide to grow our family." And this is a really great tip from Brother Darwin Lee. I think the key to finding time to spend together as a family is to make sure everyone is efficient with their time in doing chores slash errands and making a conscious effort to schedule family time. And I like that too. Like if we're able to, chunk up our days into other responsibilities, having that set time, like, oh, this is family time and being really conscious about when it is
Yes,
also, something great we
that's
can
a
do.
great tip from Brother Darwin, making a conscious like effort to schedule family time, because if you don't put that in, in your mindset in creating family time, you will forget it. It's so, we are living very busy lives, all of us, from parents to to children with extracurricular activities, not just at school but also at church, um and work and church. And so putting that effort, we really have to put that effort to have family time, and whatever that might look like for every family is different, but to put the effort in is really key as well. I definitely agree.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And, I love how kind of what we're talking about today, there's a whole variety of what family time can look like, right? Like it could be conversations at dinner or it could be, outings and different things. So, the next question I have, do you guys have any goals or plans that you're hoping to have to spend time in the next year? Like looking ahead?
Gosh, in terms of goals, I mean, it's really, really hard, with our kids getting older and they get busy at school, as well as my husband and I both working, and also all of us performing our duties. But I think one of the goals that I'd like our family to have is to be able to share our faith. I know this sounds, you know, last year we had the goal of trying to bear fruit as a family. We haven't accomplished that. So I would really like this year for us to also make it as a goal, because we have the great opportunity about INC giving. I'm so excited to share my faith. I'm so excited to participate in activities. I want to be able to, you know, be able to share my faith in different ways and to use a lot of the tools that the church administration is giving to us. So I hope that we, accomplish that this year. So that's what I want to do.
I love that. That's awesome, Ate. And, that's so true. There's so much more that we're looking forward to, especially with INC giving and, being able to see, um, yeah, just so many more plans ahead. How about for you, Ate Jill?
I know, family goals or ways to spend time. It's crazy. I know we just started the new year, so it is kind of like new and probably we're still in discussion. But I'm hoping that this year, for our family, we have ways that we do spend time together. It's the usual. ways that we do. So this year, and as I'm thinking about it, I hope, and my kids too are now being a little bit more vocal on what they want to do. So I'm thinking as a family, it's not just the parents who are planning of what we might do on a holiday, per se, but maybe they are able to then put in their 2 cents on what they want to do, when on how to spend our time. And I think what's nice about involving the kids or the whole family in planning something together, it just makes everyone look forward to it and really keep, maybe keep that in mind, or keep that schedule, and to make sure nothing else is scheduled on that day, because we did plan it together as a family. And I'm hoping we'll have different ways of spending time this year. um it, we've been kind of, I want to say, coming out of the pandemic, we've kind of formed these habits of just staying indoors. And so, and so I think I'm looking at our last few years, it's always been indoor, a lot of great indoor time together, but I'm thinking now it's really time to maybe spend time outdoors together. Maybe because I'm definitely a very homebody as well, so maybe that didn't help too much. I really enjoyed my time indoors, but as a family, I think to involve maybe the kids, now that they're older, and I'm sure in their mind they have opinions of how they want to spend it all together. I think that would be a great way to create a plan or a goal for this year.
That's awesome. And no problem with spending time indoors. I also love being indoors. And hey, on the bright side, you can always watch INC radio indoors too. So
Especially on a rainy day like today, perfect time, perfect.
yeah, actually, that is so true. It's a great time to even do an INC Radio marathon because after us, we have INC Radio Texas, INC Radio South Central States, more and more broadcasts will keep going throughout the year or throughout the day and year. So last question I have, so do you all have any, maybe final tips that you want to say on spending quality time or even the importance of quality time before we wrap up?
I think for me, the final thing that I'd like to share is that take every moment, little things is quality time. Passing by in the hallway, greeting your kids in the morning and in the afternoon or even at night. Those are quality time that you can make quality time, just take the moment and make a conscious decision that you're going to put that moment together and make that quality time with your family members.
I absolutely agree with that, Sister Tizelle, as well. With family and getting busier with so many different activities, every moment is really important time with your family, to whatever it is, even just as soon as they walk in the door, you say hello, give them a hug. That's a great moment, and something that they'll hopefully, for them, for the kids, will remember that after school or coming through the door, you get this great greeting from your mom or dad. So even that little moment for a family, I think, is very important for them to feel you're there, you're connected with them still. And yeah, just staying connected with one another, as simple as saying hello to each other, talking in the car rides, asking them about what happened at school. All those moments, all the little moments add up to great family time. And you can have, like, a jar full of moments, and everyone will have, everyone, from the parents to the kids, will have favorite little moments that they can look back on.
Well, thank you so much again to our awesome aunties for joining us on this show. This was a really great discussion, and I'm sure that so many really resonated with what we were able to talk about today. So, thank you so much for sharing your insights, and thank you also to all our viewers and listeners, those on the live chat who also shared their favorite memories or their family tips with us. We hope you enjoyed this week's show, and next week we'll be featuring the Kadiwa, and our topic will be welcoming new opportunities. So, something for Kadiwa to really look forward to as well. Thank you also to our executive producer, Brother Manly Andaya, and our station manager, Brother Arnel Solano, and also thank you to our Kuya Tech who helped us out today. Thank you also to those within our district, our multimedia advisor, Brother Andrew Paragas, our CFO overseer, Brother Roel David, our assistant district minister, Brother Ray Del Rosario, and to our district minister, Brother Jojo Bayani. Thank you also so much po to our Subsea CEO and CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Manalo, and to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, for all you do for the church, especially for us within INC Radio. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Next up will be INC Radio Texas. See you soon, po.